Abwa, I'm back. I is back. Hello. Hello, hello. Uno momento. Not streaming ZA anymore. Let's change this to just chatting, I suppose. I suppose I could change it to special events if I really wanted. Alright. I'm back. I have Heat Pack. Heat Pack is very hot. And we have Direct. Please let me know if you can't hear the Direct. I might boost the desktop audio a little bit for you guys. Heat do be hot, yes. Alright, I'm gonna hit play. Let me know if you guys can, well, when we figure it out, where does it start? Let's skip ahead to a minute. Alright. When it starts up, please let me know if you can't hear it, and I will turn it up for you guys, okay? Because I don't know. I didn't really test this out too well. As for what I'm expecting, it's a Kirby Air Riders Direct. I have no fucking idea what to expect. I thought that almost half an hour, well, not even half an hour. I thought 50 minutes was enough, but apparently we got a second one. So, okay, sure. Don't know what you're doing, Sakurai-san, but sure. Expectation is to not expect anything, got it. Yeah. I mean, like, if it was a proper Nintendo Direct, I could do some fun prediction stuff, but, like, I don't know. Because this is only talking about one game. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm expecting more amiibo to be announced. I'm expecting new characters. I'm expecting some more machines. Aside from that, I've got no fucking idea. Like, they spent so long talking about it last time that I'm not sure what to expect. But here we go. Also, this was... yeah, it was about an hour. That's fine. Usual stream time, I suppose. Jeez, that's loud. Sorry, how? Can you guys hear the stream okay? I think you might actually hear it too well. It is very loud in my ears. Can you guys hear me over it? Can you guys... Game is classified. Interesting first note. Audio is good. Okay, so can you guys hear me over it, though? Because it was very loud in my ears, I had to turn it down on my headphones. It do be a bit louder compared to me. Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, how's that sound? Is that a bit better? Wait, the presentation is how long? Yeah, that's how I felt too! Picking up from where we left off, I'm here to share even more about Kirby Air Riders. So much to cover, we've split it across two with so much... Yep, all good. Okay, thanks, Spire. With so much to cover, we split it over two presentations. One was 50 minutes, the other is an hour. Motherfucker, Mario Kart World got 16 minutes. And it was 16 minutes of information we already knew about. And that's supposed to breed the premium car racer on Nintendo consoles. Utterly baffling to me. Utterly baffling. Machine controls, air ride mode, city trial, and stadiums. Yep. That's already so much, haven't you gone over pretty much everything? Is what some of you may be thinking, and you'd be right! I mean, right in a sense. In any case, I'll keep the news coming at a good pace to keep things exciting. Okay. By the way, in the response to the previous presentation, there were some fans wondering if Top Ride would be in this game. Top Ride is a mode from the previous game. It's a race with a top-down perspective that's played on one screen. Pretty short mode that you play while viewing the race from above. Adding it to this game would be quite the ordeal, and that's why, and there's already so much content that we figured fans wouldn't be too upset if we left it out. We thought we'd be forgiven. At least that's what I thought, but we did it anyway! In top right, you view things from, well, top up. Let's get into it. I'm going to go over top right. Let's go over how you select your machines and riders. You'll choose the machines and riders separately like this. Same goes for the other modes. Once you've selected them, you enter the CPU selection. Set the CPU settings quickly by pressing the X button. I'm going to be doing a lot of pausing. He's moving very rapidly. Just settings like the number of CPU players and power level. I'm going to set it to the max. Of course he is. Both riders and machines can be selected either randomly or individually. Cool. Okay, I'll try playing with this setup. Reviewing things from above. This is the starting line. Interesting too. So in Top Ride from Kirby Air Ride, the original game, there were only 2 machines. I think there was like the Swing Star and the Swerve Star or something like that. One of them controlled differently to the other. But it looks like you can use any machine here, which is interesting. Rider Kirby is at the very bottom of the screen. The rules are the same as Air Ride mode. You can use quick spins, and boost charges and drifting are virtually unchanged. This copy ability is new to Kirby Air Ride as Flash. Use it to temporarily increase your speed. It's a good idea to aim for the clipping point of each corner, then smoothly drift. By the way, some of you might have noticed that something's different from the previous game. Screen now scrolls to follow your rider. How does that work in multiplayer? Because each player can have their own screen, however you could also put Top Ride on the whole screen and play together with everyone. Okay, cool. Looks like something got me. I'll zoom in. I got a drill. Okay, finished. Clap, 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 clap. So that's Top Ride, nice and easy to play. Play this mode in bite-sized sections. Nice and speedy, isn't it? Big difference from the previous game is that under the hood, this version of Top Ride uses the same mechanics as Air Ride mode. Yeah, it means you can play using any of the riders and machines. Previous game had only 2 machines. There we go. Yeah, here. The Freestar, which allowed the followed the direction you tilted the control stick, and the Steer Star, which only moved left and right. This time around, these controls are now options, and they can be used with any of the machines and riders. That's cool. That's the sort of improvement we like. Select your controls before the match starts, or from the pause menu if you can't figure it out. Yep. It can be tricky at first, but I recommend getting used to the steer control option. It's up to you though. The courses are inspired by the Air Rider courses that appear in this game. Oh yeah, nice. Top Right Courses Collection. Flower, speed up with gusts from the windmill. Take a ride along the rotating floors on this flowery lane. Flow, slip through the rising tides, then hop onto a water pillar for a huge jump. I must admit they're well designed courses. Air, use clouds to leap over bridges and ride twisters to go airborne. Oh, I love the fact that they added the grind rails to this too. Crystal, jump across the ramp and show those corners who's boss. Sparkling crystals will light the way. Steam, brave moving walls and high-speed lifts. Different features on the course can easily turn the tide of a race. Mountain, grab falling items from the cable transports, make your way down the mountain while enjoying the autumn foliage. The courses are also wider this time around. To put it another way, whenever I go back to the previous game, I'm surprised by how narrow these courses are. Yeah, so that's from the original game. Look how simple and narrow that is. There was also very limited copy abilities too. Each player can use their own screen on their Nintendo Switch too. So the camera will scroll and follow them individually during races. You can adjust the camera to some extent with the right stick. Or you can set the whole course to play on the screen, on one screen. That way everyone can play together sharing one screen. TV screens have also gotten bigger since the previous game was released. So playing on one screen might be more manageable even with a zoomed out view. Online up to 8 players can be in a single race, but I recommend around 4. You're free to do as you please. Locally, with one screen and one Nintendo Switch 2, up to 4 players can play together, along with 4 additional computer control players. Because this mode is top-down, I recommend it for players who have trouble playing 3D action games. Top right also has items exclusive to this mode. Top right item collection. Explodes when you pick it up, steer clear, it's a kaboom. Drift flames. These are fiery trails you're drifting. Rivals caught in the flames will burn out. Patches are drilled to the front of your machine. Plow forward and send your rivals flying. Drill diver. Driver. When launched, homes in on rivals and causes a massive blast. Seeker missile. Coarse Quaker drops a weight to shake up your surroundings. Literally, you'll feel the quake the closer you are to the impact. Chicky, little birds will flock towards rivals. If they're hit, their controls will get mixed up. Ha! Oh boy. You can also apply a kind of diorama style effect to the screen as well. Huh? That's cool, but why? Top right can be played online too. Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial modes can all be played online. We worked hard to make that happen. I hope you enjoyed this more casual game mode that's easy to pick up and play. It's okay to make something like that every once in a while, right? I'm very glad that you made everything online. Top Ride is well suited for multiple people playing together on the same screen. Air Ride and City Trial can also be played in split screen. Okay, so Top Ride can't be played in split screen. You can only have the big screen. All these modes can be played with a single Nintendo Switch 2, but you might not have a lot of controllers. But rest assured, you can pair Nintendo Switch controllers with your Nintendo Switch 2. In addition to Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, you can also use Joy-Con controllers, or the Nintendo GameCube controller for Nintendo Switch 2. For those seeking a more classic experience. A side note, when playing Air Ride and City Trial on 2-player split screen, you can choose whether the screen is split vertically or horizontally. That was important to accommodate. We went over 3 game modes in Kirby Air Riders. Don't tell me there's a fucking 4th. There's one more mode I'd like to show, which... I'm sorry, it does what? Oh my god, they added free roam to Kirby Air Riders. Oh, help! Oh god, help. Oh, okay, alright. Alright, it's just a number of challenges. We're fine. It's not a free roam mode. Oh, I nearly flipped. You move left or right in the lane to select the challenge. Take on challenges from the 3 main modes. Okay. That's cool. Might wind up in a battle or a race. But there are also a variety of other things like stadium contests, other challenges, and road events. Might come across shops, or right into a burning cart, power up rest areas, obtain more machines. Strongly recommend you prioritize collecting machines. You get stuck later, you might get by if you swap machines. Some items from across the Kirby series can be picked up along the way, and their aim will determine where you head to next. This is like a... So, wait. I'm confused. Is this a single-player campaign, or is it like a... Is it like a classic mode from Super Smash Bros. Or something like that, where you play through a certain number of stages and then you win? Huh? I'm not sure what this is. Only for hours of free roam. Oh, God. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Plus, you might suddenly come across something mysterious. Oh, yeah, that's right! I'll share more about how the journey begins later. Okay. Okay. Route character collection. Magman! That's from Kirby 64, if I remember correctly. Align. Tilting. Twister. King Golem. These are all from like different Kirby series games. Computer. The computer virus. Nice. Online. Let's take a look at online functionality, which allows you to play with others around the world. First off, you want to make a license. Elegant energy drink. This is how others will see you online. I love the fact that you make a license. Like an actual license, you can decorate it however you want. Like with glitter effects. Wow. All stickers. Let's create a street name by pairing two terms together. Hard-working bench warmer, gourmand bench warmer. You can update your license design whenever you'd like. Oh, I love that. Playing online, you can meet up with friends in the paddock. It's basically a lobby. Okay. Here's how it works. Looks like they're having fun. You can move around the paddock as you ride them. Creating the walk and jumping animations for each rider was a lot of work, but I'm glad we were able to pull it off. Here you'll find things like a buffet and a hangar. When gathered here, players can set up sessions for matches, or just hang out and have simple interactions with each other. I'm happy! One player set up a session for a race. Other players can then join in. Use shortcuts to send emotes. It's mainly done with the left and right sticks. Use the left stick to select the category, and the right stick to choose your message. You can use a combination of the sticks to make it look like you're posing. You can do it quickly with enough practice. Several matches can happen within a single paddock. You can find matches from the terminal, and if you like what you see, you can join the next match. I recommend selecting the machine and rider ahead of time. While you're waiting to join a match, you can do various things around the paddock. Once everything is ready, you'll be called in. In the meantime, you can watch on the big screen, stand on top of the cake, or even change the music that's playing. Changing topics, here are some more copy abilities. Wow, you went all out on that. That's very cool. Extend your needles by boosting charge to hit... By boost charging to hit nearby rivals with a spiny attack. Yep, needles returning. Cloak yourself in a freezing aura while boost charging. Frozen foes will slide. I found this to be kind of useless in the original game. Sleep, get some well-earned rest, or wiggle the control stick to wake up. Sleep means you can't move, so you gotta wiggle the control stick to wake up. Fighter, automatically kick nearby opponents. Your quick spin will also get stronger. That's new. Drill is new. Boost charge to dig underground and dodge attacks. Release for a jump. Oh, I like. Flash, perform a sparking rush with a boost dash and stun any enemies you hit. Missile, automatically rocket forward on the road and tap the special button repeatedly for an explosion. Goodness. Class. What determines the skill level of players you'll be matched with online is class. Note that there's a number on your license called Global Win Power. It'll display where you're ranked globally with your total number of wins. So if your ranking is 300,000, you're above 299,999 other players. This isn't the same as Global Smash Power from Smash Bros. Ultimate. It doesn't measure your strength or your win percentage. It instead just calculates your total number of wins. It can increase the more you play. It's also unrelated to class. Typically, class is displayed with a letter like C or A rank, but in Kirby Air Riders, they're displayed as colors. Class change, green! It's the 7 colors of the rainbow, because of course it is. Where do you start? Jeez. I like violet. Instead of seeing these as higher or lower ranks though, think of them as a way to accurately categorize players. That way everyone has a good time playing. A higher rank doesn't mean you're more important. If you do raise your class, however, you might notice that changes to City Trial are more likely to occur. And keep in mind that Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial all have their own respective classes. Okay. Air Ride Course Collection. Airtopia Ruins. Civilization from ages past, now derelict. What will you find in these ancient floating ruins? Ooh. Spooky. Crystalline Fissure. Crystallized structures as far as the eye can see. Magma and other hazards lurk underground. God, this game looks so good. Steam Gust Forge. Do I even have to fucking say it at this point? Nintendo, please make a plurale of this engine. Train. Train moment. An industrial area with a steampunk aesthetic. When you leave the generator, you'll find all sorts of aircrafts. Got at least some trains. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Alright then. Oh. Oh, what be this? Oh, you is not saying nothing on this one. Hello. I imagine some of you enjoyed the music from the previous game. Sky Sands. Frozen Hillside. And Check Nights are pretty popular, right? Sorry. So, do we get to enjoy those songs this time around? Actually, you can! Oh, I just spoiled it. And here's a little something we made.
3, 2, 1, start!
You put all of the original tracks in there too. It's not just the songs either. The air ride courses from the previous game are also coming back. That's great. I had a feeling you would. Oh my goodness. Courses from the previous game. A serene path with a gentle breeze, lush greenery, and a windmill on top of a small hill. Fantasy Meadows. God, they look so good. Celestial Valley, right through the mountain paths towards a free-flowing waterfall in the valley. I need to pre-order this game on the weekend. Like, immediately. Dry winds blow across this coral-filled desert. I think your stream delayed there a bit. Frozen hillsides, snow flurries abound on icy, silvery roads. In case they got you sold on it. Oh, I was sold after, like, they announced it. I was already planning to buy this. But, like, the more I see of it, the more it's like, I don't care when you're releasing it. I want it now. Magma flows. A valley of dragons lies beyond the boiling magma. Beanstalk Park. Verdant hills, halls floating in the sky with a Ferris wheel made of vines. This was one of my favorite tracks. Machine Passage. Explore propeller-powered paths in an industrial facility with glowing bumpers. Checker Nights. This winding course contains checkered patterns and a mysterious floating castle. Nebula Belt. This was an unlockable track. This was the only unlockable track in the game. Also, there's like 9 tracks in the original game. There was 8 original, and then you had to unlock this one. A deep darkness on the edges of the ever-expanding new universe. Even the stars sink into the shadows. Nebula Belt, by the way, is just... It's not quite a straight long track, but it almost could be a straight long track. You will just drive in a straight line for an extended period of time until you take a corner. Can you believe it? All 9 courses are coming back. Plus there are 9 new courses in the game. In this game. So there's 18 courses. Cool. It means a total of 18 courses in Airride. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but to be fair, that's twice as many as we got in the original game. So, that's quite a lot, especially considering there are also stadiums in Skya. The average cruising speed is faster than the previous game. Yeah, so 41 up to 49 now. And the gameplay is different, so the returning courses won't match the finish times you might have gotten before. Oh, it's very nice, so he drew attention to that, but you can still enjoy them as well as the returning music. Graphics have also received an upgrade, yeah, I noticed. Sticking to the original visuals would have been a little too much. I'm sure nostalgia is also involved, so it might have been a little jarring if things looked the same as the previous game. Yeah, I agree. We won't be able to race on the returning courses right away though, so be sure to earn them one by one by playing. I made sure to keep the requirements for unlocking courses pretty easy. Okay. Swap Relay. In Airride mode, you can also enjoy a different type of race. Let's introduce it. You select machines based on the number of laps there are. In other words, 1 machine for every lap, then you'll begin. Once you finish a lap, you'll automatically swap machines. The announcer. This is a race where you'll use different machines for the same rider. Go ahead and try out combos that might deviate from your usual choices. You can even do a relay with other players locally. Think of a controller like a baton that you can pass. Oh, cool. City Trial. Here's some more information about City Trial. In this mode, in addition to power-ups, there are various items you can use. Of course, there are some new ones as well. Speed up! Get a temporary speed boost to get around Skya faster. Dizzy Beam. Hit rivals with this to mess with their controls. That's new. Special Up. Adds a charge to your special gauge. Fill it all the way to unleash your special. Item Catcher. Vacuum up items within the glowing ring. That's useful. Fireworks. Yep, repeatedly launch a volley of fireworks. I love this one. Laser Swiper. Swipe away foes with a laser. Boost charge to make it stronger. Multi-missile. Locks onto a nearby rival and homes in on them. Size up, become giant, and get a strength boost. You can also break smaller buildings. Mega Cannon. Fire a huge beam that even destroys terrain. At that last item, the Mega Cannon, you can change its direction while you're using it. Aim, fire! Generally for items, blue boxes have power-ups. Green boxes contain attack items. And red boxes hold copy ability powers. Also new to this game are rare boxes. With them you'll earn even more items. As an added bonus, you might also spot a familiar face. Hi, Sandbag! Use quick spins to break these boxes. You can do this by rapidly moving the control stick. And in red boxes, you might even find parts of legendary machines. Yep, here we go. The legendary machines, this is what we've all been waiting for. I recognize them from a little series called Super Smash Bros., but they were in Kirby Air Ride first. You find all 3 parts. They'll combine to make a legendary machine. Dragoon, the ruler of the skies. Dragoon, legendary machine, pierces through the sky whenever it takes flight. Hydra, the king of destruction. Hydra, a legendary machine, rampages across the land as the vicious avatar of destruction. The only problem with the Hydra is it works like the Tank Star. Not the Tank Star, the Buzz Star or whatever it is. I know what I'm talking about. Like, basically you have to sit down and charge the fuel tank. Oh dear. They're unmatched when it comes to their specialized stats. Not sure if that's my YouTube player messing up or if there's something else. With 16 players, it can be challenging to gather all of the legendary machine parts. Yeah, because you need to assemble 3 parts. When the parts combine together, they stay connected to each other. Since they won't scatter, they're easier to gather. They might even be even easier to collect in the mode I'll explain next, team battles. Well, enough, just a few pauses. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's my end or if it's their end, to be fair. The 16 players, you can play City Trial together. In team battles, you can now split up the players into 2 teams. It's an 8-on-8 battle. Okay. So you have a 50% chance of winning. Legendary machine parts are shared between your team members, so they're easier to collect. Whoever picks up the final part gets to ride it. In team battles, the final stadium will always be the same for everyone. Each stadium can only have up to 8 players. If there are 10 or more players competing, they'll be split across 2 stadiums. Teams will then compete for the higher cumulative score. The players choose between 4 stadiums as usual. Then team members could conspire to enter the same stadium. This keeps things fair. On another note, this is unrelated to team battles, but Skya doesn't have a garden and doesn't just have a garden in the sky. There's also a floating island off in the distance. Might be able to get there with flying type machines and abilities. Another challenge to consider. Skya Heights collect. Skya Highlights. Highlands. Building interior. Maroon ship. Volcano. Mysterious dimension. Ooh. The floating garden. A spider nest. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Let me introduce a few riders that are a bit out of the ordinary. Taranza is here. Hover arachnid with tight controls. Weapons sling around corners for extra bursts of speed. Taranza can speed up by placing strings on walls. Just aim at a wall and you'll automatically be pulled along the string. Lololo and La 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 are here. Taranza seems a bit overpowered. A duo of troublemakers riding together as one. Swap positions with a simple quick spin. Or Lolo Lala for short. When you do a quick spin, they'll swap places. There's no difference in their stats though. They just stick together even when they're not riding. Daroche is here. A sneaky, squeaky thief. Scratch to snatch up rival copy abilities and vanish in a flash. When you're using a close-range attack, you can steal your opponent's copy ability. Gotcha. When using a special, Daroche will vanish in a flash, but can still steal copy abilities. There are even more riders. These will be the last ones we'll show you. We'll show you. Does that mean there's even more? Rocky! Small in size, but super sturdy. This heavyweight won't slip or shake easily. Haha, Rick. Nice. A heavy hamstery animal friend who handles corners nimbly and can sprint on foot like a pro. Scarfy is here. A perfectly polite rider up until it loses its cool. When it gets mad, it gets fast. Marks! A friendly face hiding dark and twisted schemes. Has impressive stats, but can't take a hit. Waddle Dee! Regular Waddle Dee. Regular Waddle Dee as well as Bandana Dee. Nice. A friendly lightweight with a tiny frame. Enjoys easy acceleration and smooth maneuvering. Transform Star. Introduce a peculiar machine. This is the Transform Star. Looks like a Beyblade. A star-type machine that can fly, and a bike-type machine that has a driving advantage. What if you combine them together? Transform! If you quick spin by rapidly moving the stick left and right, quick spins make it shift between its two modes. Star form and bike form, use them wisely. You can swap between the star form and bike form. Plus, if anything, it looks cool. Also, by the way, I should mention, every time you see the bar show up and the play button show up, that's me pausing the video, so I can stop and read what's going on. They are moving quite quickly through this direct, so you can enjoy even more advanced gameplay on courses. Cool. Okay. Here's some more machines. Yep, I expected this. Hey, the Formula Star is returning. If it can maintain momentum and avoid slowing down, its top speed is second to none. That's new, Hop Star. Jumps each time it quick spins, useful for hopping right over enemies and terrain. The Jet Star that's returning. Accelerates greatly when lifting off the ground. Launch skyward and take off like a bullet. Wheelie Scooter. That's returning. A stylish mini bike that offers high maneuverability. Boost charges make sharp turns a breeze. Bull Tank, new. A bulky tank with thick plates of armor. Charges forward without worrying about damage. Voices? Similar to the previous game, the riders themselves don't actually talk. The cast includes characters such as mushrooms and unknown life forms. In a game all about machines, it could get noisy if the riders all started shouting. When the machine is destroyed though, it makes a sound similar to a whale. After all, the machines have personality. This game's main voice is the announcements that play on the courses. On the courses?
3, 2, 1, start! Wheelie scooter, finish!
といった感じです。
That's what it's like.
各国各言語
You
で
can choose the
アナウンスの声が選べます
announcer for each language.
男性声と女性
There are
声
two
があり
different
ますので
voices per
好
language,
み
so
で
choose
選
the one
ん
you
でください。
prefer.
なお日本版の男性声
Japanese
優
male
は
voice
銀河
actor
番長さ
is
ん、
Banjo Ginger.
女性声優は
Female
大
voice
本真
actor
紀子
is
さん。
Mikiko Amato.
どちらもカー
Both
ビ
of
ィ
them
ユカ
have
リ声
history
優
with
さん
the
です
Kirby
ね。
series
ゲームを
and
彩
help
ってくれ
bring
ま
life to the
す。
game.
そしてコピー能力。
As for copy abilities,
コピー能力の読み
copy
上げは
abilities weren't
カービィ
previously
自身
read
が
out
喋ると
loud,
変な
as
の
it would be
で
strange
今ま
to
で
have
なかっ
Kirby
たので
talk.
すが、アナウンスならいい
The
アクセン
announcer
トに
adds
な
a
りま
nice
す。
touch.
なおロードトリップ
The
にお
voices
ける
also
語
provide
り部もして
narration
くれ
in
ま
road
す。
trip mode.
これはゲーム内アナウン
You
ス
can
とは
set it
別に
separately
設
from
定
the
でき
in-game
ます。
announcer. Announcer collection.
Launch!
Neoshan.
Boomerang.
Despegue.
Triunfo absoluto.
Metamorphoster.
3, 2, 1, já!
早めマイク
2、1、时间到。
Get the fuck out of here, bot. I'm surprised Nightbot didn't grab you. Nightbot be slacking. Yep, what to say. Mm-hmm.
エアライドやウエライドではタイムアタック
Near
や
ride
フリ
and
ーラン
top
があ
ride
ります。
modes, and play time attack and
順
free.
位がなく自分の記録
They don't have any rankings, you can just compete against your own records. I wonder why the bot
に
missed
挑む
it.
ため
Yeah.
のモードですね。タイムアタックは決めら
Time
れた
attack,
周
you
回数
compete
で
for the
ゴール
best
するまでの時
of
間
time
を
over a
競
set
う。
number of laps.
敵を倒した時の
Take
加
advantage
速な
of
ども
defeating
活か
enemies
せ
to
ま
get
す。
boosts, among other ways.
3, 2,
フリーランは一
Free
周の
run,
ベ
you'll
ストタイ
aim
ム
for
に
the best
挑む
time
も
in
の
a
で
single
す。
lap. Weird that it looks like it had a link that didn't get blocked. Yeah. It shouldn't even be able to post that.
敵はいないし、スペシ
There
ャ
are
ル
no
も使えま
enemies
せ
here,
ん。
and you can't use specials either.
フリーランでは
Free run,
ベスト
you'll see a
奇跡という
ghost based
自
on your
身のベス
fastest
ト記
time.
録に準じた走行をするゴーストが出てきます。
This is called the best run.
参考にしましょう。
You can refer back to it.
なお、マシンには
each
大
machine
き
has
な
its
個
own
性がありますが、それぞれのマシンで
They
同
haven't
じ
changed
よ
the
うなラ
stats
ッ
at
プで
all,
クリ
so
アで
you
きる
won't
ような
get
調整を
comparable
していま
times
せん。
to other machines.
バトルや飛行も
Each
含
machine
め
has
た
their own
長
strengths
所
and
と短
weaknesses
所があ
like
ります。
battling or flying.
タイムはあくまで一つの
Ultimately,
側面。
finish times are just
ゲ
one
ームで
element.
勝てるかどう
They
かは
don't
また
guarantee that
別
you'll win
です
in a race.
なので、各
This
コー
case,
ス
the
の記
records
録
for
は
each course
マ
are
シン
tracked
別
per
で取れるよう
machine.
にしています。
Okay.
マシンごとの最高
So
記
best
録が
record
大
for
事。
each machine is important.
また、オンラインでのタイム
Also,
競
there
争
aren't
も
any
しま
online
せんし、世
competitions
界
to
の
get
記
the best
録を見
times,
られ
and
るよ
there's
う
no
なところもあり
functionality
ま
to
せん。
see global
タイ
records.
ムアタックは
So I'd like to
自身
encourage
と
you
の
to think of
戦い
time
だと
attack as a
思ってい
battle
ただけ
against
れば
yourself. Interesting that they don't allow you to do that, but sure. Free run.
シティトライアルにはドライ
City
ブモー
Trial
ドがあり
also
ま
has
す
a free run mode.
制限時間なし。
It doesn't have a
ス
time
カイ
limit,
を
so you
目
can
的
freely
に
ride around
走るだけの
Skya.
モードですが、これはこれでなか
It's
なか
quite
の
fun.
楽しさ。
This was
地
also
下
on
駐
the
車場に
original.
は
This
ずらりと
underground
マシ
parking
ンが
lot
並
has
び
every
自
machine
由に
lined
乗
up
り
and
換
you
えて
can
いきま
freely
す。
swap between them.
これは相関。
Boss's side.
今回ポーズメニ
By
ューから
accessing
好
the
きなマ
pause
シン
menu,
を
you
配
can
車で
choose
き
a
るように
machine
な
and
りま
have
し
it
た。
delivered right to you. That's new and cool.
今風ですね。
How's that for convenience?
ま
I
た
love that.
フライトワープスター
By the way,
という
there's also
ド
a
ライブ専
machine
用のマシ
exclusive
ン
to
があ
Free
りま
Run
す。
called the Flight Warp Star.
これは飛行
This is
性
the
能
Warp
を
Star with
極
its
端に
flight
高めたワー
capabilities
プ
pushes
ス
the
ター。
max.
空を飛ん
So, what's interesting here is that this is a returning machine. This is a machine from the previous game. But, it's exclusive to Free Run mode. Interesting. Nice.
でるだけで気持ちいい。
I wonder why that is. Is it because it's too similar?
おまけに
Plus, you can
スモークを立てるように
leave a
しました。
contrail.
スペシャルボタンで
By
出す
using
こ
the
とができ
special button,
空に奇跡を描
you
きま
can
す。
draw contrails in the sky. Oh, okay,
一
I
人じゃ
see.
見られない。
But what if you can't see them when
一
you're
応
playing solo?
ポーズメ
It's
ニュー
like
か
photo
ら
mode from the
撮影
pause
モード
menu.
なんていうのもあります。
Ha!
これは どんなモードでも
This is
使
also
えます
available in the other modes.
ドライブモードを
I
楽
hope
し
you
んで
enjoy
くだ
free
さい
run.
そのドライブモードでは
Field
イベン
events
ト
don't
が
happen
発
in
生しま
free
せん
run.
がここでいくつ
But
か
let's see
シティ
some
ト
other
ライア
ones
ル
you
の
might
イベント
experience
を
in
ご
City
紹介
Trial.
しておきま
Ready
す
for all the hours of free roam? Luckily, it's only a small, condensed map, and there's probably not a lot going on. If it's anything like the free roam in City Trial in the original game, there won't be a lot to do. It's just like a way to explore the city and get used to it. A bunch of red boxes appeared. Beware of fates. How can you tell? A whole treasure chest appeared somewhere. Ah, and you need to get a key to get it. Grand wheelies roaring down the road. Reward wings appeared. Guys are falling from the sky. Yeah, so that's returning from the original game, and they also showed that in the first direct as well. We saw that. Everyone's riding UFOs. A wild legendary machine appeared. So they can just randomly show up as well. The battleship halberds on the attack. Oh my goodness. Stadiums, separate from City Trial, is a mode for stadiums. Yep. Where you can choose the stadiums you want to play. Similar to the original. Most stadiums take about a minute to play. It's nice having an even shorter session to enjoy. Power-ups are predetermined, so the machine stats are roughly the same as the ones in Air Ride mode. By the way, City Trial also has a setting called Active Stadiums, which lets you remove any stadiums you don't want to play. I wouldn't do that. You can do things like only allowing stadiums focused on speed. If there are several types, you can adjust the ones that don't appear. You can set a specific theme, or just play it by ear. Enjoy it however you'd like. Stadium Collection. Button Rush. Ride over buttons in battle for control of the area. That's fun. High Jump. That's returning. Tilt the left stick down and jump as high as you can. Big battle. Grow huge and do your best to dominate the battle. Oval Circuit. Race around a closed circuit. Rail Panic. Ooh. Navigate the grime rails to take the lead. Beam Gauntlet. Slip past the harmful lasers and make it to the end. I'll show one last stadium. This one's a little different. Boss battles. There was only one boss battle, I think, in the original, which was King DDD. Yeah, here we go. He's going to talk about it. In the previous game, there was a stadium type called Versus King DDD. May remember some tough fights with King DDD, who rode a bike. I sure do. I only took him down like once or twice, I think. This time around, we've created an opponent exclusive to boss battles. And this isn't available to riders, but we made a rather cool looking machine that can transform. Robo DDD. It'll transform between DDD mode and car mode. Ooh. Sinister. In boss battles, all participants will join together to fight the boss.
勝利に向かって
Everyone
みんな
do
で
your
頑張
best
れ
to prevail.
ボス戦においては相手
You
を
can lock onto the boss by
カメラを
aiming your
向ける
camera.
ことができます R スティック押し込みで
You
切り替
toggle
える
it
こと
on
が
and
でき
off
るの
by
で
pressing the
覚え
right
ておいて
stick, so
くだ
keep
さい
that in mind. Okay, cool. G at the legend. Oh my word, not the legend. Nope, not a legend. Nope, not me. You must be talking about Masahiro Sakurai. Yeah, that's a
そし
legend.
てロックオン時の操作を上
Similar
ラ
to
イド
top
と
right,
同
there
じ
are
形
two
式で二
control
通りから選
styles
ぶ
for
ことが
lock
できます
ons.
ポーズメニューからも変えられ
Change
ま
the
すの
control
で
style from the
フォロー
pause
で
menu.
ボスの位置はロックオン
Bosses
し
are
てい
easy
た
to
方が
track
分
when
かり
you're
やすい
locked
です
on.
が周囲のアイテムを拾うときには
Level legend.
一時ロックオンを解
To
除
the
した方
collect
が
items though, you
拾い
may
や
want
すい
to
です
temporarily disable the lock on.
慣れてしまえば
Once
全
you
て
get
を
used to it, you'll probably be fine turning it
私はそう
off.
してますね
That's how I play.
R スティックの押し込みで
Lock on by
ロックオン
pressing the right stick.
オンオフ覚えておいてください
Don't forget that.
なおメカデデデだけで
Also,
は
rumor
なく
has it that Robo
数体のシリ
DDD
ーズ
isn't
ボ
the
スが
only
待ち
boss
構え
we'll
ている
face.
と
There
い
are
う
several other
噂で
bosses
す
from across the Kirby
誰でしょ
series.
うね
Wonder who they could be. I feel like I should know some of them from that. Checklist. Oh
クリ
boy.
アチェッカー今
The
回もありま
checklist
す
is also back.
ゲーム内で何
When
ら
you
かの
clear
課
certain
題を果たす
objectives,
と
finish light without crashing into walls more than 3 times.
バンバンめくれていくというもの
Boxes will get flipped over. Oh, they
ある程
reveal
度
an
の
image
目
this
的
time.
意識を持って
It's a
遊
good idea
びたい
to
人
check
は
this if
こ
you
れ
have
を
a
チェックして
specific
みる
goal
と
in
良い
mind
で
while
すね
playing.
マスがめくれると
As you
その
clear
隣接
boxes,
する
you'll
お
be
題の
able to
内
see
容
the
が分かる
objectives
の
in
で
adjacent boxes.
そのクリアを目指すとか
So you'll know how to clear those as well.
もちろんご褒美も
There
あ
are
ります
rewards, of course.
どんどんめくっていきましょう
So keep flipping over those boxes.
なおエアライド
There are 5 tabs.
Where
Air
ride?
ride, top
シティト
ride,
ライアル
city
ロー
trial,
ドトリップ
road trip,
オンライン
and
の
online.
5つのシートがあります何か裏に絵があるよ
Looks
う
like
な
part of an illustration is on the back.
オンラインのシート
As for the
は
online
遊びた
tab,
くない
people
人
don't
は
have
遊
to
ばなくて
complete
も
that
良
if
い
they
と
don't
思いま
want
す
to.
マシンやライダーはオンライン
Rest
でし
assured
か
that
得
there
られ
aren't
ない
any
ようなものはあ
riders
り
or
ませんの
machines
で
locked
ご安
behind
心
the
を
online tab. Cool.
な
Okay.
お開いて
You
い
can
ない
also
マスを
click
つ
on
い
the
て
unopened box to
直
try
接
the
お題にチャ
objective.
レンジできるようにもなりました
You can also click on the unopened box to try the... Okay, that's very useful. Everything will already be set up so you can get to clearing it
条件を満たせる
immediately.
ク
I
リア
like
で
that.
すぐに挑戦でき
I
る
like that.
ゲームに目的が欲しくなった時
You have to go
クリア
online,
チェッ
try
カー
out
を
the
使ってみてくださいクリア条件が難しい場
If
合
you're finding it difficult to
自
complete
由
an
にルー
objective,
ル
you
を
can
いじっ
adjust
て
the rules to
有利に
benefit
しても
you.
構いませんまっとうに挑むのも良いで
Challenge
すが
them directly is
ちょっ
also
とし
good.
たズルも
But you
OK で
could
す
make things
それ
easier
も
for
遊び
yourself.
手の工夫かな
That's the stroke of player genius. Special collection. Golden Waddle Dee. Become golden and shiny as you race ahead with increased speed. Mock Dark Matter. Fire 6 shadowy bolts, 3 in front and 3 behind you. Meteor Rocky. Fly up into the air, then crash down as a mighty meteorite and explode. Oh my god. Knuckle Rush. Charge up energy, then unleash a powerful uppercut. Rip, Roar, and Rick. Hop off your machine and switch to a full-speed dash on foot. Okay, Sonic. True form marks. Reveal your true nature and jinx any rivals you touch.
No.
So basically, this is just Kirby KART. I mean, am I wrong? Not really. You can get the same rider multiple
同じライダーを
times.
複数入手できることがありますがこれは
After the first time you unlock a rider, you'll start getting their
2 人目
different
以
color
降で
options.
カラーバリエ
Oh, okay. Alright, so you can't just pick them. I mean, you couldn't do that in the original anyway. You had to unlock the specific color, some specific colors.
ーションを増やしてくれます
That's kind
そ
of
し
cool.
て
Though.
マシン
You
も
also
複数
obtain the
手
same
に入ります
machine multiple times.
同
Okay,
じ
what
マ
does that
シン
do?
があってどう
Must
す
be
るの
what
か
to
と
do
い
with
う
the
と
same machine. Well,
デ
fuck
コレーショ
off.
ンできるんですね
You can decorate it.
デコレーションは名付けてこのマ
That's
シン
awesome. We call this my machine. Oh my goodness. Alright, here's how you can have fun with it. Oh boy. Oh wow. Alright. Oh, I love this. Oh, that is so cool. Are there multiple different oh my goodness. Are there multiple different styles for each machine? I imagine there will be. Wow. Decorated machines are called my machines. What? There are patterns? Decals? Accessories? And effects? You can decorate your machine with these elements. Oh my goodness. Mario Kart Who? Mario Kart Who? Oh my god. Well, no petting the Naruto. I don't have a pet redeem, I'm sorry. While mixing and matching different sizes and angles. Feel free to create your uniquely designed My Machine. Also, this is a little peculiar. There's something else that's part of My Machine, an online section called Machine Market. An online section. Oh boy. Axle from Twisted Metal? There's no way in hell that this could ever be abused to make disgusting crap online. R-Wings from Star Fox? Using in-game... Okay, phew. I was worried there for a minute. I thought you were going to be like, oh, microtransactions, and I was about to tell you to get the fuck out. Using in-game currency, you can get machines that other players design. Oh, okay. 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 As an accompanying market, the more a machine sells, the more expensive it gets. Right. Of course, since there are designs others created, you can also offer your own. Can list your own designs for sale on Machine Market. On Skylar, you poor bean. Of course, it will also have microtransactions. I'm not seeing it yet. Only the machine if it sells. Okay, so you do keep the design yourself. On the other hand, you don't earn anything if the machine does sell. Okay. But it's fun to see the price fluctuate. Headwear. You can decorate your machines, but I want to And so request, we've also prepared headwear for the Stop! Stop! You've given more attention than Mario Kart World got. Stop! And given microtransactions and the reputation they're going to highlight them. I mean, look, if there are microtransactions, it'll probably be to buy in-game currency. They haven't mentioned how to earn in-game currency yet. And I know Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel did it as well. There was nitro transactions. There was microtransactions so that you could buy more Wumpa coins. They weren't required, however. I'm hoping that that's going to be the case here, if they introduce microtransactions at all. We haven't seen anything yet, but we'll soon find out. Crown, a silk hat, ribbons, onigiri, sunglasses, bullhorns, floral pin, top knot. Same headwear can be worn by many riders. Yet another idea we insisted on adding. Some of these might look like they were shoved in, but it's also part of the charm. Note that if you wear a copy hat from getting a copy ability, that gets prioritized over the headwear. After all, copy abilities do run out pretty quickly. Yeah. By the way, here's a useful tip. If you mash the special button, you can quickly discard your copy ability. That's new. Now you're probably wondering how to get the decoration elements for My Machine and headwear. Yeah, you'll need what is essentially this game's currency called miles. Here we go. This will tell
ゲーム
us.
で走ってい
You'll
ると
keep earning miles as
マイ
you're
ルが溜ま
playing.
ります走れば走るほ
The
ど
more you
儲
play,
か
the
りま
more
す
miles you will earn.
放置プレイは効きませんけ
But
ど
you need to be actively playing.
これはマイルショ
Miles
ップ
can
で
be
使え
spent
ま
at the
す
Miles shop.
マシンやそのデコレー
You
ショ
can
ンパー
purchase
ツ
machines, machine
帽子
decorations,
ライ
headwear,
センスカードのデコレー
license
ション
decorations,
サウンドなどなど
music, and much
いろんな
more.
ものが売っていますが
A lot of stuff is sold
マ
at
シン
this
の
shop.
性能を
But
上げ
rest
るよう
assured
な
there
ものは売
isn't
っていま
anything
せ
here
んの
that
で
improves a
ご安
machine's
心を
performance. So it's
そ
all
してもう
cosmetic.
一つ
There's
マ
also
イル
another
では
type of
買えない
collectibles,
収集
but you
要素
can't
があり
purchase them
ま
with
す
miles.
グミです
Gummies. This must be...
マシンの形のグ
Here's
ミ
some
がありますね
machine-shaped gummies.
全種類
There's a gummy of each machine. So... When are we getting the candy?
のマシンがありますこれはオンライン
Playing
では
online
対
for
戦
every
して
rival you
誰か
beat,
に
in
勝
other
つ
words,
とつまり
place
順位が
higher
上
than,
回るとライバルが乗っていた
you'll
マ
get
シンの
one
グミを
gummy
一
of
つ
their
ずつ
machine.
もらえますゴールすると下
When
位
you
の
cross the
人から
finish
グ
line,
ミ
you
が
can
飛
see
び
the
出しま
gummies
すね
popping out of lower placed opponents.
オンラインしない人のために
Non-online
一人用で
players
も
can
少し
also
ずつも
gradually
らえる
earn
ことに
gummies
な
by
ってい
playing
ます
solo.
で手に入れた
Also,
グ
you
ミ
can't
は
eat the
食べるは
gummies.
しませんがもてあそぶことが
But
で
you
きま
can't
す
play with them.
カービィっぽいカーソルがありまして
Here's this Kirby-shaped cursor.
グミを発射したり
You can fire gummies,
吸い寄せたり
draw them towards you,
ソードで掘ったり
or dig through them with the sword ability.
プラスボタンを押すと
By
グ
pressing
ミを
the pause
眺
button,
め
you
る
can
こともで
observe
きます
the different gummies.
普段意識していなくて良い様
This
子です
isn't
が
something you have to
お
constantly
グ
pay
ミ持ち
attention
を
to,
目
but
指
I
し
hope
てく
you
ださい
aim to become a gummy illionaire. Wingstar. Warpstar. So what do these do though? Do these do anything or are they just there? Slickstar, Wheelie Bike, Transform Star, Dragoon. Garage.
俺マシンを含むいろんなマ
Enjoy
シンを
this
飾って
space by
楽しむこと
decorating
が
it
で
with
きま
different
す
machines, including your My Machines.
ガレージには種類や広さもあったり
Garages
して
come in different styles and
パドッ
sizes.
クから人
You
を
can
招
also
くこと
invite
も
others
できます
to your garage from the paddock.
コレクション要素として
Please
どう
enjoy
ぞ
the garage and fill it with machines you've collected. Nice.
まず今
Music.
回
To
の
start,
作
the
曲家は
composers for this game
酒井
are
翔吾さんと岩
Shogo
垂紀之
Sakai
さん
and
です
Noriyuki
酒井さんは
Iwata.
前作担当
Mr.
の
Sakai
音
was the
楽家
composer for the previous game.
岩垂さんは
Mr.
今回のメインテーマな
Iwata
どを手
worked
掛
on
けていた
several
だいて
songs
い
for
ま
this
す
game, including the main theme.
スマブラや審
He's
判
also
ペラ
worked
に
on
も
the Super
参加
Smash
してい
Bros.
ただいて
series
ま
and
すね
Kid Icarus Uprising.
そして今回
This time around for City Trial, we've also
スマブラで
implemented
おなじみの俺曲セレクトを実
My
装しました
Music, which you may remember from past Super Smash Bros. games. Uh-huh.
これはフィールドであ
Here
る
you
ス
can
カイア
set the
の音
likelihood
楽
of
向上
specific
確率
music
を
to
決め
play
られ
in
るもの
Skya.
お好みでいじってみてくだ
Adjust
さい
it however you'd like.
前作の音楽でも走
You
れ
can
てし
ride
まう
around with
し
music from the previous game.
おまけ曲も少し
There
はあ
are
りま
also
す
some bonus tracks.
なおサウンドテストも
Also
もちろん
implemented the
実装
music
してい
player,
ま
of
す
course.
また前作
Like
同
the
様
previous game, the
エア
tracks
ライ
for
ド
Air
と
Ride
ウェ
and
ライド
Top
の
Ride
コ
have
ー
a
ス曲に
standard
は
have a
通
standard
常曲
version,
と低確率で流れ
as
る
well as an
裏曲
alternate
を設
version that
定
has
し
a
てい
rare
ます
chance of playing.
今回の裏曲は
For the alternate
登場シリー
tracks,
ズが
we
全
made a
て
point of
異なる
selecting
という
songs
こ
from
だわり
different
で
games
作っ
across
て
the
います
Kirby series.
任天堂ミュージックにも新たに
We're also adding
曲を
some
追
new
加しましたの
songs
で
to
お
Nintendo
楽しみく
Music,
ださい
so please look forward to that as well. Only some, not all. You're not adding the whole soundtrack? Disappointing.
メニュー画面にも
I'd
触
also
れて
like
お
to
きたい
briefly
と
touch
思い
upon the
ま
main
す
menu.
前回はこんな感じで
Previous
した
game,
が
it looked like
今
this.
回はタッチがだ
Okay,
い
the
ぶ
visuals
それは
shall
も
we
う
say
だい
quite
ぶ異なり
different.
ますこんな感じ
Ooh,
机の
like
上
it.
をモチーフにしてい
it
ま
seemed like
す
the surface of a desk,
アナログ
yeah.
感があるタッチで良いです
Pretty
ね
realistic, nice, right?
各ゲームモ
Yeah.
ードにクイッと移
Move
動しま
quickly to
す
each game mode.
またカーソルには
Also
人
notice
形が
a
ついて
a
回
doll
ってい
that
ます
follows
ね
the cursor. Don't tell me
公式
you
ア
can
カウン
change
トの
that
アイ
too.
コンになってい
What
る
I'm
もの
using
で
is
す
that's what we're using as the Profile.
非常のアク
Okay.
リル板に
There
は
are images on
項目
info
のイメー
on
ジや説明
and
があり
info
ま
on
す
the
から
acrylic board on
困
the
ったら
desk.
見てもらえ
So
れ
if you
ば。
have trouble figuring out the menu, please take a look at those.
なお主要
By
モ
the way,
ー
we
ドを引き
minimized
立てるために
them in
確認を
order
してい
to
ますが
highlight the main
右
modes.
下にあるタブが
The
と
tabs
て
on
も
the
大
bottom
事
right
で
are
す。
very important.
中には今回
There are
説明した以上
even
にい
more
ろん
elements
な要
within
素
the
が詰まってい
tabs
ますから
than
製
what I
品を
went
手
over
にしたら
today,
開い
so
てみて
please
く
take
だ
a
さ
look
い
at。them when you get in the game.
つながる遊びはオンライ
Connect
ン
is for online play.
いろんな遊びは
In extras, you'll
モード
find
的な
various
もの
modes.
そしてコレクション
And
には
collection has all the
収集要
collectibles.
素が詰まっていますなお ZL
Now,
ボ
when
タ
you
ンを
press
押
the
すと
ZL button
い
in
つも
most
クリアチェッカー
menus,
が
the
出るように
checklist
しました
appears. Okay, cool.
これは大事ですから
This is
ね
rather important.
いつでも気軽に
So
ZL
press the ZL button if you want to see it.
それと各主
Also,
要
at
モ
the
ー
start
ド
of
の
each
入
main
り口
mode,
で
you
は
can press the
Y
Y
ボ
button to
タンを
see a
押すと
tutorial.
遊び方ムービーを確認できます初プレイのお客と遊ぶときや
It's helpful if you're playing with
久々の
people
プレイ
who
で
haven't
遊
played
び方
before,
を忘れ
or
た
if you
場合
haven't
にも
played in
ど
a
うぞ
while.
スティックの上下入れ
You can
替え
invert the vertical movement of the control sticks,
ボタン入れ替えなどが
as well
自
as
由にで
freely
きます
remap the buttons.
設定は
You
お
can
名
also
前に
keep track
紐
of
付
the
けて
personalized
管理
settings
可能
by assigning them names.
最も
Oh,
使う
cool.
ボタンが少ないから
Although you
ボタン設
don't
定
use
は
that
すっ
many
きり
buttons
シン
in
プ
this
ル
game anyway, so the button settings are
L ボタ
straightforward.
ン系をプッシ
You
ュと
map
スペシャルにすれば
Boost, charge, and special onto the L and ZL
片手
buttons.
操作でも
You can play the game with one hand.
不慣れな方は
If you're not
オプショ
used to
ンなんて
mapping
いじらないよ
buttons,
う
it
に
might
申しま
seem
すが
intimidating to
ゲ
mess
ーム
with
から
options,
押し
but
付け
nothing
るよ
in
う
the
な
game
ことはしま
requires
せん
you
の
to
で
remap the
積極
buttons.
的に試してみていただければと
Nevertheless,
思いま
I
す
hope you'll give it a try.
マシンやライダーなどの
It
研
might
究にも
also
向
be
いている
useful
か
for
もしれません
finding your preferred machine and rider
そし
combo.
てオプション
There
の
are also
中
some
にはアクセ
accessibility
シビリテ
features
ィな
and
ども実装
options,
したのですけどね色覚多様性とか
like the color filters feature, for example.
だけど今回
This time
ど
though,
うして
there
も
was something I
頑張っ
wanted to
てみたかっ
implement
た
no
機
matter
能があり
what.
ます
Visual effects.
今回は画
We've
面
also
用意対
included
策にも
various
力を入れてい
countermeasures for the
ます
actions on
と
screen.
にかく実際に
For
は
example, you can
画
add a
面が
lot
揺
of
れて
stuff
い
on
な
the
い
screen
印
that
象を
might
醸
get in
し
the
た
way.
ため邪魔なものをいっぱい
This
表
gives
示
the
したり
impression
と
that
か
the screen isn't shaking.
画角を変えられた
Or
り
you
と
could
か
change the camera's field of view.
カメラの設定と併
Please
用し
try it
合
out
う
along
も
with
の
the
を
camera
探してみ
movement
てください
options.
なお一つ一
Those
つ
who
セ
would
ット
rather
するの
not
が
change
面
the
倒な
settings
方は
individually,
アクセシビリティの項
there are
目か
preset
ら
options
セ
in the
ットで選ぶ
accessibility
こと
menu.
もできます酔いにくいカメラは演出
That
の
being
ない
said, a
カメラ
camera
な
with
ので
little movement is less
ゲームは
dynamic,
面
so
白
it
くな
might
くな
make
っ
the
てし
game a
まうか
little
もしれ
different.
ませんがそれでも体質な
But
ど
of
により
course,
ま
it
すからね
depends on your preferences.
お好みでどうぞ
So do what's best for you.
なおゲーム中 R
One
スティ
note,
ックでカメラを
in
動
the game
かせ
you
ます
can
が
use the right stick to move the
ガチャガ
camera,
チャと対
but
応
I
しな
don't
いことをお
recommend
勧めし
moving
ま
the
す
stick too much,
酔いやすくなりますの
or
で
it might bother you. Amiibo.
カービィのエアライダーの
Kirby,
ア
your
ミーボ
air
が
item
発売にな
Amiibo
りま
figures
す
are on the way.
今
Yeah,
まで
they
に
cost
ない
like
パターン
60
のアミー
bucks.
ボになりました
Amiibo unlike any you've seen before.
これスマブ
Here's
ラ
the
カービ
Kirby
ィの
Amiibo
ア
from
ミ
the
ーボ
Super
です
Smash
が
Bros. collection.
エアライダー
Little
のア
guy.
ミーボは
Here's the Amiibo from this game.
でかい
It's huge.
サイズが違います
What a
ね
difference in size. Ah yes, we're trying to justify the price tag. Let me show you Bandana
バン
Waddle
ダ
Dee
の
as
ワドル
well.
ディも出しちゃいますけどカービィ回るんですけど
Oh, and Kirby can
そし
also
て
rotate.
このよう
Plus
に
you can do this
ライダーを
and swap
乗せ
riders.
替えられてしまうマグネットでがっちりです
They stick together with magnets.
マシンとライダーの組み合わせ
Machine
が
and
ゲ
air
ーム
rider
中に登
combo
場
you
し
set will
フィギ
appear
ュア
in the
プレイ
game.
ヤーとして走りを
And then
学ば
train
せ
it
る
as a
ことが
figure
できま
player.
すライダーが育ちます
The
マシ
rider
ンで
gets
はないの
experience,
ですね
not the machine.
なおトップメニュー
By
にいた
scanning the
瀬
amiibo,
戸
you
物
can
のカ
change
ー
the
ビィも
poses of the
ア
Kirby
ミーボ
doll
を
in the
読み
main
込ませる
menu.
と切り替
Oh,
えることが
okay,
でき
so that's how you customize the Kirby doll in the main menu. You have to
もちろ
scan
ん
amiibo
マシ
though.
ンとライダー
You can
は
also change it
読
to
み込んだ
match the
セット
machine
に
and
できま
rider
す
pair that you scan. Yeah, okay. I
しか
see.
しこんなに
With
豪
such elaborate specifications, we probably couldn't make very many of them.
なんて
Or
思うところも
so
あるのですが
I thought. Kirby and Warp Star. Makes sense. Bandana Waddle and Wingstar. Meta Knight and Shadow Star. King DDD and Tank Star. Chef Kawasaki and the Hop Star.
本当に作るの？これは
Really
驚き。
making all
こ
these?
んな時代が
Shocking.
来るとは前作制作時には考
I
え
never
つかな
imagined
かった
this
です
one
けれ
working
ど
on the previous game.
こんな時代
To think a
が
day like
来る
this
と
would
は
actually come.
前作制作時には考えつかなかったですけれども22年
Only
前か。
20 years ago, huh?
なおタンクスター
In
プッ
this
シュする
game,
と
the
携帯が
tank
変わ
star
る
will
んですが
transform when you boost charge.
付け替えて楽しむこともで
But
き
with
ま
the
す。
amiibo, it'll transform when you swap out its parts. This is a ground form.
こうしてこうすると
And King DDD just shot up in price.
ホバーで走るんですね。
To make it sound like they really did a lot. They really did. They really did. They really did do a lot for this, didn't they? Kirby Air Riders was just like a Kirby Air Ride, sorry, for the GameCube was just like a little. It was just a little thing. It was just like a little. Okay, well here it is because we couldn't make a Kirby game for the GameCube. What is going on here?
We're
almost at the end of this presentation. But I wanted to touch on Road Trip, which was introduced earlier. Kirby King Dedede, Waddle Dee Starman, and many others go on a trip. But why? Here's the opening movie, which shows the reason why everyone is embarking on a journey. Enjoy. You gonna spoil this?
From out of the sky, air ride machines rained down like shooting stars. They were found in all shapes and sizes, but with no ability to move on their own. However, if someone touched them and shared their will, the engines sprang to life, and they were able to move with incredible speed. These individuals were called riders. Soon, vehicle and rider pairs were a common sight, partnering up for everyday travel, as well as thrilling races. One day, some riders noticed their vehicles were acting strange. They were looking somewhere far away. If you wish to go there, let's go. But what awaits these riders and machines at the end of their journey? Toward the unknown.
So
that's how air ride machines are born?
発表ムービーで
In the announcement
カービィ
trailer,
がワー
Kirby
プ
was
スター
hitting the
を叩い
warp
ていまし
star,
たよ
right?
ね。昭和のテレビのような直し
I
方
was
だと
told
言
it
われま
resembles
した
how
が
you'd fix a television back in the day,
壊
but
れた
that
もの
wasn't
を
Kirby
叩い
hitting
て
something
直
to
して
fix
い
a
るので
broken
はな
object.
かった。降り注いできたマシ
Kirby
ン
caught
を
a
捕ま
falling
え
machine
あ
and,
た
like
か
a
も
spark
天下
from
スパーク
Flint,
のようにバイクのキックのよ
or
うに
kicking a bike
意
into
志を
gear,
切り込んでいた
channeled
ので
the
す。
necessary
意味が
will
あっ
into
た
the
んです
machine,
ね。
so it meant something.
マシンとライダーが一つ
It's
に
an
なって繰り
unusual
広
story
げら
about
れ
a
る
machine and
ちょ
rider
っと
becoming
変わった
one.
旅路。誰もが主役です。
Everyone is the main character. The king, the knight,
ホックも
the chef,
キノコも
even the
誰で
mushroom.
も最終地点に
Everyone
向
can
かう
make
こ
it
と
to
が
the
でき
end
ま
of the
す。
journey.
これは反生命
This
体
is the
ゾロ
inorganic life form, Zora.
意志を持つけど動けず
It has a consciousness, but it can't move. After an incredibly long time, Zora's wishes act as the
その願い
foundation
を中
that
心と
sets
して
fate into
運
motion.
命が動きます。お後は本編
As for the rest of the
楽しみ
story, I hope you're looking forward to the game's release. Oh boy. Closing thoughts.
カービィのエアライダー
I
の
was
い
ボ
ろいろご
present a
紹
lot
介
of
してき
things
ました
about Kirby Air
ボリューム
Riders.
でかいな。
That's a vast amount of content.
私のチャンネルと
I
地
ended up
続き
doing
での
this
制
right
作と
after
な
I
りま
finished
した
filming
が
for my
前
YouTube
作比
channel.
10
But I
倍
think
以上
this
の
took
工
10 times
数が
the
かか
amount
って
of
いると思い
resources
ま
to
す
make compared to Kirby Air
今
Riders.
時のゲームを作り
In this day and
活
age,
躍するには
creating a game and bringing it to life takes a
す
surprising
るこ
amount
と
of effort.
労力がかさみますね。
Well said.
しかし
But I think
価
that's
値あるも
reflected
のが
in
で
the
きたと
final
思うので
product,
ぜひ
so I
楽
hope
し
you
んでも
enjoy
らえ
it.
ればと思います。今回このゲームを
I
制
do
作
believe
す
the
ることになっ
passionate
たの
support
は
from
やはり
fans was
フ
a
ァ
big
ンの
reason
熱い
why
声
this
援
game
が
was
大きか
made.
ったのだろうと思います。ゲームを作るのに
You
は
have to
時
spend
間
time and
も
money to
コ
make
ストもかかり
games,
ますから
so those
必ず
wishes
し
aren't
も
always
叶うと
granted.
は限りません。
Knowing that, I'm grateful both for the support shown to the previous game, and that thanks to that support and the efforts... Hang on, I missed that. And the efforts of a great many people who were able to make this game a reality. Just so you know, we're not planning any DLC. Everything is here. Also, I'm not planning on making this an ongoing series. This is not going to be an ongoing series. I'm not planning any DLC. This is it. I've thrown everything I have into this game from the start. So I hope you don't miss this opportunity. Some of the things I covered today will be implemented by a Day 1 update. So be sure to download the update if you're planning to buy the physical version. I hope you enjoy. See you later. Okay, one and done. Yeah, one and done. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness, it's the Fountain of Dreams. And the Star Rock. Okay. Alright. Now what's going on? Oh my goodness. Oh, good lord, no fucking way they brought him back. Oh boy. Oh boy. An online demo event is coming. Global test ride. Whoa. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Guess that means something? Yes. That was an all-powerful being that granted wishes from Kirby Superstar and Kirby Superstar Ultra. You basically have to beat the mode. Then Marks... To spoil it a little bit, what happens in the final mode of the game, because there's multiple game modes and multiple stories, right? The final game mode is called Milky Way Wishes. One day on Popstar, the star and the moon start fighting. And Kirby decides to go and solve this mission, and he has to find that giant machine that we saw. Where is it? Yeah, this guy. I forget what the name of this guy is. Someone will be able to correct me in the comments because I don't know names very well. But this guy has the ability to grant wishes. So Kirby shows up eventually after collecting, I can't remember what it is. He collects something and shows up to make a wish for the sun and the moon to stop fighting. However, at the last possible second, Marks shows up, kicks Kirby, and says he wants to be the most powerful person in the world. Or in the universe. Or ever. And because he took Kirby's place, his wish is granted. And Kirby then has to beat him. When Kirby does beat him, he then takes the Warp Star and shatters this motherfucker. This guy, not Marks. Once Marks is lying dead and defeated on the ground, not necessarily dead because it's a Kirby game, but defeated on the ground, Kirby takes the Warp Star and blows the absolute living fuck out of the giant wish giver. And then goes back to Popstar and solves the fighting himself. So, like, what are you doing here? Oh boy, this gonna be good. Ooh, I am very excited. Very, very, very excited now. Ooh, this game can't come soon enough. You know what's worse? I think I might be just as excited for this game as I was with Mario Kart World. I just hope I'm not going to be as disappointed. And something tells me, with all the stuff that they've added, and made this game fantastic, I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. So, day 1 stream when, huh? Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to this one. Alright. Well then. Upwa. It getting late. My shoulder is... Well, it's okay. It's not... going to be taking time off of work to play that one. Oh man, I am... maybe. Shoulder is okay, but it might... I have a funny feeling. I'm not going to sleep too well tonight. Again. So I should definitely get to bed, especially because it's an early start tomorrow morning. Alright. Let's see if we can find someone to raid tonight, Also, next week streaming, listen, I'm gonna have to still think about Pokemon Legends ZA. I probably should have mentioned this when I finished up playing that, because I'm probably gonna splice this up again into 2 different sections. But I'm probably gonna have a think about it again and see, because I don't know. It feels like that's all the game has to offer, and I'm not entirely sure that would make for an interesting stream, especially when everyone and their dog has been playing it, because it's Pokemon, and of course everyone's going to be playing it. So, I wonder if maybe I should play that on my own, and then play it on a series of streams, maybe later on down the track, if I feel like it. So, I'm thinking that's probably what I'm going to do. Possibly. Maybe one more stream. I don't know yet. But next week, definitely Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door on Monday, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on Tuesday, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX on Wednesday, and if all goes well, we should be set to complete Luigi's Mansion 2 on Halloween night, that being Friday the 31st of October. So, if that's the case, all being well, we'll definitely be going live with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on the 31st of October to finish the game. So, stay tuned for all of that. In the meantime, I need to get to bed. And hopefully see if I can go to work in the morning, because I'm not sure. Upwa. Where are we going? It would be up to you. Could wait until you finish up one of the games Monday through Wednesday and have Pokemon ZA added into that if you wanted. See, the original plan was to maybe play Legends ZA on Thursdays and then move it into a regular time slot when a time slot became available. But the problem with that is I have to like the game. And sure, I like it, but I'm not sure it's something that I want to continue playing blind on stream for you guys. It's just not quite hitting the right vibes for me to be able to do that, you know? A game like Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, of course, I can play that blind with one hand tied behind my back, and I know for a fact I will have a good time. But there are games out there that don't quite work in that extent. We don't talk about the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle disaster that happened. And we don't want to talk about the fact that I cancelled Sonic Heroes after getting too annoyed with it. So, and the thing is, it's not that that's worrying me about Legends ZA. It's the fact that it feels... I don't know. It's... And I know this is going to be a controversial take, but to me, it just feels a little dull, if that makes sense. It's good, but it just feels as though what we have seen so far is what we're going to get. And that's it. we're not going to get any more than what we've got out of the game so far. Maybe a bit of story. And that's about it. If you know what I mean. And sure, okay, the story might be worth it, but I'm not sure I want to drag myself through the 20 to 30 plus hours of gameplay time it's probably going to take me to get there. So, I don't know. At least not on stream, you know? I'd rather be playing something that I enjoy. So, yeah, I don't know. Right, liking the game and wanting to play it do be a big requirement. Yeah, like, I want to play it, and I like it, but like I said, it's just, it doesn't quite hit the vibes for me in terms of a game that I would like to stream. At least not at the moment. It might change once I have beaten the game, and I might go, oh wow, this is actually really good. But it's a very fine balance to find games like that. And like I said, there are definitely games out there that I'm just like, no, I'm playing this day one. But then there's also games where, no, I'm playing this day one. Oh, actually, it's not quite what I was expecting or what I was hoping for. And I don't want another Mario Kart World situation where I force myself to play through the entire game to the point where I actually start despising it, you know? That's kind of what happened with Mario Kart World. So, I'd rather not get to that stage. You know what I mean? Also, I love the fact that... Just quickly, I love the fact that this says 24th of the 10th, 2025, because this aired at midnight, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. You're wrong, it's not midnight here yet. We got this a day early. Yeah. Alright, anyway, enough teasing. Enough teasing. I need to get to bed. Thank you all for joining me for the stream tonight. Like I said, I'm still thinking about Legends EA. I was kind of hoping that this stream would cement my feelings into either, yes, I want to play this, or no, I don't want to play this, but again, I feel like I'm just left undecided, and I feel like I'm just going to have to make a call on it. And I can tell you right now, I'm leaning more towards maybe I should play it on my own, and experience what the game has to offer, and then decide from that. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to it and see if we can find a friend. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. Oh. I am not going to sleep well tonight, I can tell you that much right now. Miss Bashfulface is playing Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Why don't we go ahead and give them a raid? Yeah, let's give them a raid. Alright. Have a good night, folks. I will see you all next week. Hopefully with a little less pain. I'm going to the physiotherapist again on Saturday, and it sounds like they want to make another appointment after that on either Tuesday or Thursday. And hopefully by then I should be good. Hopefully. And you guys won't hear me complain so much about pain and moving and stuff. Won't that be nice? Alright. Have a good night, everybody.